What is up, everybody? We're back with another video. We are going to do a bunch of different stuff. So, first off, somebody sent me a link to some crazy people trying to discredit cops with videos that don't even really look like they discredit cops. I'm not entirely sure what these people are doing besides just being angry white people. But we're going to take some of these videos apart piece by piece and address the idiocracy that is these pretentious little pricks. See, I know big words, I just don't use them. And this is why I don't use them. Today's rant, and the rant's in a 5-piece special. I think it's going to be 5-piece. Might be more, might be less. Who knows? It's like when you get an 18-piece bucket of chicken. Do you really count all pieces? Because I bet you sometimes there's 17 and sometimes there's 19. And what if one of the pieces are really little? Do they have to give you a 19th piece? Anyway, I digress. I got a series coming out. It's going to be super interesting. Whip out the tinfoil hats and let's have some action. But it is all brought to you by Old Humble Distillery Whiskey, which I'm going to have to get some more of. But I got enough for this video. So, let's have some drinks and talk about some things. Because America, that's why. Alright, y'all. So we're going to start this out. I'm going to play a couple of clips. I really hate to give these guys the views, but I have to put this in context. So I'm going to play a couple of clips of them instigating altercations with officers that they allege the officers are bad cops, but they bring forward absolutely no facts, absolutely no proof, absolutely no evidence. And in most cases, not even like say why they're bad cops. They're just, oh, you're a bad sergeant. I don't understand any of it. I watched these for a long time last night. And the sad thing is, the people in their comments agree with these nut jobs. I don't understand. And yeah, I'm being a lot more crass in this video because I kind of sort of dare one of these guys to sue me for libel. Let's go. So, take a look at these videos and we're going to break down the next.
I brought my homies.
I see that.
You like them?
How you doing today?
No, I just brought my homies like you bring yours.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Say hi to them.
Hi,
He's the
guys.
best
How y'all
sergeant
doing?
there. He's the what? He's the best sergeant.
He's a bad sergeant? You just said you just agreed?
I'm a sergeant.
You just said you're a bad sergeant.
No,
Why is he saying you're a bad sergeant?
Why are you a bad
no
sergeant?
idea.
Why do we have a citizen out here calling you a bad
You've had
sergeant?
a prior
No,
encounter
maybe you
with
talk
him?
to him about it.
Well, we have. We wanted to get your opinion.
We need
I
your
don't have an
side.
opinion. You can talk to a PSO. Public service officer. They come talk to you guys.
This officer doesn't try to defend himself. He doesn't allege any allegations. And even the individual that's referring to him as a bad sergeant doesn't allege any allegations. He just says he's a bad sergeant. Well, why is he a bad sergeant? Details. Context is everything.
Dealing with here.
Well, don't call us protesters.
Did I call you a protester?
You need to get on that radio and tell her we're not
You don't need to get on
protesters.
it and do anything. Right now, we're engaging an interview with a private citizen, and you guys are free to film if you want to. Just don't interfere with the investigation, okay?
What's going on? Can we help you? Do you speak English? Can we help you, sir? No, okay.
This officer did nothing. He walked to the fence, completely calm, asked the individual if they needed help, to which they said nothing because apparently they got scared, as cowards typically do. And then when he didn't answer, he asked if he spoke English. This is Texas. It is highly probable that the individual may have not spoke English. Like, this is not a stretch. He didn't respond, and the officer walked off. What did this officer do that infringed on anyone in any way? I'm sorry, he asked if he needed help. How dare he? The only thing that has any truth to any part of any of these videos is their YouTube username is damaged beyond repair. And these brain dead individuals are definitely damaged beyond repair. Now, Having seen those videos, I'm going to pull select excerpts from one of their longest videos. Actually, I think it is their longest video. Now, in true I'm lazy and I don't want to have to create content, and I can only get certain people to even talk to me at this point because they're obviously insane fashion, they've pulled select excerpts from this video and turned it into at least 2, I think 3 or 4 other videos that have absolutely no context and make it look as if someone's doing something wrong with no context at all. So I'm not going to play the whole video because it's long and it's redundant and it's retarded, but I'm going to pull enough excerpts from it that there is context.
What's up with that? You dropped something. You dropped something.
Hey, don't touch her, man. Don't touch her, man. Keep your hands off of her.
Now, right off the rip, they allege that he tried to grab her. He did not try to grab her. He was shooing her away. I know that because I've seen the rest of the video. Apparently, he talks with his hands. He makes these gestures many times throughout this video, but he is never trying to touch anyone. In fact, he never does touch anyone.
Too bad. This is public property.
This is public. This is a wreck yard right here. You're not going to be. We're not. You stay on the sidewalk over there.
And they're halfway right at this point. Though it is a private parking lot for the jail because it says authorized vehicles only and it doesn't say no trespassing. At the time the officer arrived, and why he arrived with the siren being annoying, I do not know. But at the time the officer arrived, they had not yet done anything wrong. Here's where they get convoluted. In Texas, they say, oh, this is public property, we can be here if we want. But it's not public property. It's government property. And even in the case of public property, in Texas, if anyone in charge with authority over that property asks you to leave the property and you don't, at that point, you're guilty of trespassing.
Don't put your hands on me, bro.
Dude, you're about to be asked to leave.
Ask.
Okay?
Ask.
And then you're
Ask
gonna
me
be
to
arrested.
leave.
Listen, if you don't leave, you're going to go to jail for criminal trespassing.
Criminal trespassing on
I'm trying to let you
public
film it.
property? You're going to arrest me?
I'm trying to let you film
Look.
from a distance.
Oh, gee, thanks for letting me film. Thanks for letting me. Thanks for letting me.
Freedom of the press.
Okay, and I'm letting you film from your easement.
Dude, you're a piece of garbage, man.
Freedom of the press. We have a public easement we can walk on and take pictures all day.
Am I impeding your
You just told him to arrest him if he walks this way.
No, I told him if he goes up there, he would.
We're not going up there.
Well, and that's what I'm here to make sure of.
Why are you following us, though? Is that not harassment?
Why you filming me?
Because I have the First Amendment right, freedom of the
And
press.
I have the right to walk wherever
No,
I
you're
want.
on duty. You got a badge and a name
Okay.
tag.
Yeah,
You're
you got
supposed to be helping and protecting and serving. Is this protecting and serving? What are you serving? People in a cage, and instead you're violating a free man for people in a cage. You understand how dumb that looks?
If that's your perspective.
That is the truth. You're violating a free man for people in a cage.
What's the security?
What happened in America? When did you stop fighting for the people?
I'm not going to argue with you.
When was the last time you arrested a bad officer?
And I wonder why they're in a cage. And when's the last time he arrested a bad officer? Does this look like an internal affairs agent to you?
Hey, it's officers like you that get good officers killed.
Was that a threat? Because it kind of sounded like a threat. And I would say that it's propaganda agents like you that make good officers look bad that get good officers killed. But, you know, I'm just a free-thinking, not head-up-my-ass American. What the hell would I know?
Yeah, when they see these videos on the internet and they see motherfuckers like you acting like a piece of shit.
Oh, what did you know? He admitted it was his videos that get good officers killed.
Sir, do not use language like that again.
Or what?
Dave,
Hey.
were you offended by that language? Hey, there's a sidewalk right here.
Hey, he's trying to get me. Come here. Come here.
Did you hear him cussing? Did you hear him cussing? Yes, sir, I did. Were you offended by it? It's your first warning.
Offended by what?
Now, this is a bit of a reach. They're going for a disorderly conduct charge at this point. But in Texas, all they need is a complainant to say that they were offended in the event of you using profanity. So technically, the officer would have been within his rights to arrest him, and he still chose not to. He just told him not to use profanity.
Conduct. That is the most unethical thing a police officer can do, other than killing someone. He's a piece of trash, is what he is.
Got a big fish. Funny game, right?
You realize you're being live streamed on the internet, right?
In front of a lot of people, bro.
You will. Oh, we got a fucking tyrant. Groveton, Texas.
The word tyrant last night, so I'm just gonna keep repeating it until it actually fits in a scenario.
Tyrant.
I want you to.
You just gonna run somebody? You just gonna run somebody over in a parking
I'll
lot?
video the whole thing. I'll go back and check it out because if you're operating that vehicle without your seatbelt, there's repercussions for that as well. Now you ask for your superior. Where is he?
I'm it.
No, I want your superior.
I'm it.
I want the chief.
I'm it.
No, you're not. You're sergeant.
You're the chief?
You're the chief.
You're the chief?
Does it look like he ran somebody over in a parking lot?
I'm it for you.
You're the chief, huh?
This guy says he's the
Your
chief of
election
police.
of duty, man. Why don't you just cop up that we're
Did he
just
just lie to
out
me
here?
by saying he was the chief?
Yeah, he lied.
And don't be disrespectful. All we're asking is a name.
He said he's the
And you're
chief.
saying you're it. You're
Look,
it.
These people are so ignorant. This is not they were doing something and the cops showed up. This was a staged interaction to get the cops to show up. You don't know, like if I'm going to go purposely antagonize a group of individuals, I'm going to know who's in charge of the group of individuals. They're so lazy they don't even do their homework. They ask who the chief is because they don't know. And the fact that they don't know is when this officer says he's the chief, even though he's wearing sergeant stripes, he's not lying. At this time, he is the interim chief of Groveton Police Department, excuse me. I think Grover sounds like a much cooler town, though, doesn't it? Like, totally should be Grover. Like, isn't that Sesame Street, dude? Oh, I'm going back to my whiskey. Screw the kid shit.
you are dangerous.
No answer,
You are
officer. Get a
dangerous.
supervisor.
Coward.
You guys are cowards, man.
Dangerous to what? A cheeseburger? Like, the only thing I take away from this video is we need to have physical fitness assessments for law enforcement. Beyond that, he seems like a stand-up officer and a stand-up guy, because if you said half of that shit to me, I'm promising you, you're picking your teeth up off the ground.
And please go ahead and post all contact information in the description and in the links so everybody can let these trash officers know how trash they are. I don't want to hear you talking. Just shut up and do your job.
With all the
Shut up. Make
information
your
that
supervisor
you're
call the chief.
you can't
Shut
Google
up.
that information.
I know how to make a video, but I don't know how to work the Google. I can't damn near find that information out. Somebody please post it in the comments. And they have the comments on this video turned off, by the way.
I don't want to hear you, man. You don't understand that or what?
Dude, you're dirty.
Yeah, you're a scumbag, bro.
You feel like I'm lying to you, huh?
No, we don't feel like it. You just
know it,
lied.
dude. The way you came
You
in here,
just said
tried
you
to
were the
grab her.
chief.
Oh, I tried to shoe her. Look
You
at
just
you're
lied on
disrespectful.
camera, dude.
You
You
won't even
just
give us
lied
the
on
chief's
camera.
Name, dude. You're the reason good cops get killed
He
because
told
it's
me I
dirty
couldn't
cops
stand
like
there
you.
on you for some,
Yeah,
for
surely
some,
take
Get her
a little
face
bit of
on there,
people know
too.
what you're doing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's called
You
accountability.
got one?
Yeah, but you need one because
Now, see, this part's interesting because these professional agitators who, by the way, only have 1.1k subs, so they're not funding this off of YouTube. Who's footing the bill for this chicanery is what I want to know. Sorry, I normally use another word, especially when I'm drinking, but YouTube doesn't like that word. So, supposedly they're doing this to protect the innocent, but yet for all they know and assume later on, that's a civilian in that car.
not, how many
You got
people's
one,
rights
why
have you
not
violated
anyone?
because you don't have a camera? You violate rights all day, I bet. Look at you, can't even answer. Sats, this disgusting person.
He can't answer because you won't shut the hell up. Like, it's hard to talk when people are talking, and I've seen enough of your videos to know you know like 4 lines and 4 questions, and you just stick them on repeat and keep going over and over. That's why I cut out the last 10 minutes of your redundant ass rhetoric.
You're bad. We the people. We the people hired you. It's our badge. We the people's badge. You understand that our tax is paid for you to treat us like shit, and that's not right. You won't even.
Interesting tidbit. These people don't live in Groveton, Texas. They don't pay taxes in Groveton, and I'm fairly certain they don't pay taxes in Texas. And actually, from their low-budget bullshit, I bet these broke bitches don't pay taxes anywhere. So there's not a we in your statement. Get a job.
See that? See that? You're a scumbag, bro.
God, man.
You're a scumbag.
I could
Tell
care
people how to
less.
talk, where to stand. Where is
That's
it
all I'm
secure?
trying to
Where?
say.
Where is
Put a
it secure?
sign up.
That
Put
I-
a fence up out
I
here.
will address.
They don't need a sign. Yes, you were not wrong when you got there initially because there was no sign, but now someone in charge of that property has directed you to leave. If you're asked to leave a bar, there doesn't have to be a sign. You're gonna go to jail. If you're asked to leave my front yard, there doesn't have to be a sign. I'm gonna punch you in your throat and laugh at your pansy ass.
Dropped, and it would just be a bunch of wasted time for you because this is what I do.
There it is again. This is what I do. I have no life. I have no job. So I drive around filming cops and trying to take things out of context. Wait, do you understand the word context? I'm not even breaking that one down. Go get a dictionary, dumbass.
That there's no threat, and you brought your wife in the car. I don't even know if that's.
not my wife.
Well, why is she in the front seat? Is that an officer?
Have you ever heard the expression, if you make an assumption, if you assume something, you make an ass out of you and me? First, they assume that this individual is the officer's wife. Then they assume that she's his mistress. And they're, oh, well, why is she in the front seat? Government property, blah, blah. It's an officer that gets out of the vehicle in uniform. And then, to show the discrepancies in even their own shit, one of these individuals thanks this officer for her professionalism, as another one is saying that she looks like a pig stuffed into a police uniform.
I don't know if you're supposed to be giving private citizens rides in the front seat of a police unit.
Yeah.
Is that your mistress? Is that your mistress or your wife?
Who is this lady in here?
Is she a civilian ride along?
You want to tell everybody else what to do, but I'm gonna find out.
I'll
what's
find
going
out.
on here, okay?
We're
We'll
gonna
find out.
who it is.
Dude, I'll foil your whole career. Your whole career. And you know what? From now on, every time you arrest somebody, I'm going to track that person down and I'm going to give them this video so their defense attorney can burn your ass in court.
And that is what this is really about. Stir up a bunch of inconsequential bullshit to try to put criminals back on the street. What happened, bro? Did they arrest your boyfriend and now you're mad?
See this.
What's your name, badge number, ma'am? So I can fully request your body-worn camera?
Oh, damn, there's that civilian ride-along you were talking about. Sure looks like a civilian to me.
Deputy White, what's your badge number?
Y'all look at this guy. Look at this scumbag right here.
No problem. Thank you so much for your professionalism.
There was one Chief Key, right, who was the interim chief for Groveton, so he's not lying about that, okay? And then
Oh, he's the chief. He's the chief, y'all. He's the interim chief.
So you notice he got here, and let's do it.
Okay, Officer Carroll.
She is a pig in a cop uniform, isn't she?
Wow.
She overreacts.
This guy, he's the one in charge.
Yeah, those pants are tight, aren't they?
Yes, insult an officer your friend just thanked for her professionalism, and then objectify a woman. How very enlightened of you. And bear in mind, they do have First Amendment right to video from public property. This is not debatable. But at least in this video, and it's obvious these individuals had interacted with people on location before the officer arrived and they started filming, so I don't know what transpired before this, but at least in this video, this officer never once asks any of these individuals for IDs, never tries to run them for warrants, never tries to do any shady stuff that shady officers would do, especially considering all of this is taking place outside of a county jail. How do they know that this isn't all some ruse because they're doing reconnaissance for an escape or to smuggle contraband in? Sorry for the length of this one, y'all, but there was a lot to it. I got a bunch more videos dropping today or over the next couple of days. I'm not sure how I'm going to split it out yet, but until then, keep it dirty side down and be safe.
Answer to no one.